What's up, guys? Welcome to Touchdown Talk, where everything and anything football goes. I'm your host, Jason, and Wild Card Weekend was great, but I think Divisional round is going to be even better. Saturday we got 2 games, Sunday we got 2 games. Let's get into both of them. Now, Saturday, we kick off at 4:30 with the Texans traveling to Baltimore. They met earlier in the year. Baltimore took it 25-9. C.J. Stroud, it was his first game. It was week 1. It was rough for him. Baltimore was their first game. They were getting on track. It was C.J. Stroud's first game. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of struggle, a little bit of getting adjusted to the NFL. D'Amico Ryan's first year as the head coach. All of that's going to come together. 25-9, Baltimore got the best of them. Now the game's back in Baltimore. Again, Texans have to travel there. They're coming off a win against Cleveland, Baltimore's rival in their division. Cleveland, number 1 defense in the NFL this year. Houston beats them. Baltimore, they have 3-week rest. They're almost back to health. Marlon Humphrey's still out. Mark Andrews not ready to come back yet. Did get back to practice. And it looks like if the Ravens win, he'll play next week. But Mark Andrews not out, so it's still Isaiah Likely that's going to get the start. So, Isaiah Likely is going to be the 10 for them. They're down Marlon Humphreys, but they're the 1 seed. They got 3 weeks of rest. They're ready for this game. They have the guys on offense. Houston, on offense, last week we saw it was just Nico Collins that did everything. The defense scored twice, phenomenal for him. Nico Collins, over 100 yards on the offense, great for him. As for Dalton Schultz, he got into the end zone on 1 catch. His other catch, it was right through his hands, but Dalton Schultz had 1 catch. Nico Collins dominated the offense. Baltimore, you got to do something with Nico Collins. He's the number 1 guy. It's obvious. Noah Brown got hurt last week. He's out. So they just have Nico at receiver, Dalton Schultz at tight end, and Mechie is also there at receiver too. But Texans, their offense, can it keep up with Baltimore? Baltimore's offense is rolling. Lamar Jackson running, throwing. He can do everything. They have the rest. They have the 1 seed. They have the home field advantage. But I'm taking the Texans. I'm taking C.J. Stroud. I am not betting against this man. C.J. Stroud has been hot all year. He's the rookie of the year. And I think he continues to go. And he beats the Ravens in Baltimore and heads to the AFC Championship. Next, Saturday night, the Green Bay Packers are traveling to Santa Clara to take on the 1 seed San Francisco 49ers. Both 1 seeds are playing on Saturday, and the Niners are hosting the Packers. Packers, huge win last week against Dallas. It's going to take a lot out of them. Now, Dallas, they were a top 5 defense. They just couldn't do anything against Green Bay. They couldn't stop Aaron Jones on the run. They couldn't stop Jordan Love through the air. They just fully collapsed, just like they always do in the playoffs. But the Niners aren't the Cowboys. The Niners aren't just going to fall and let Green Bay run all over them. They have a stout defensive line. They have a phenomenal offense. They are probably the best team in the league. No one has been better than them this year. Christian McCaffrey does everything. He runs, he catches, he can even throw the ball if they need him to. As for the rest of the team, Brandon Ayuk, he's their number 1 receiver. As much as people want to say Deebo Samuel's their number 1, it's Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk is the sole wide receiver on that team. Deebo Samuel, he's their screen guy. He's their slant guy. He can also run out of the backfield. Then, if you somehow cover both of them, George Kittle is just going to beat you up the middle. It's going to be hard to beat this team. Jair Alexander, he returned last week, got re-injured. He is still questionable for this game as of right now, and we don't know if Jair is going to play. If Jair plays, could we see this game being closer? Yes. If Jair's out, could the Niners blow out the Packers? It very well could be a blowout win. But Green Bay just has something to them. They're on a hot streak. But do they have enough to beat this Niners team? I think they do. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers. I took them last week. Everybody called me crazy. They said the Cowboys were going to beat them. Nope, Green Bay took it. I'm going to take the Packers again. The Packers are rolling, and I'm going to stick with my pick 2 weeks in a row. I think the Packers get it done, setting up a Packers NFC Championship the year Rodgers leaves. I think it's a great storyline. I think Jordan Love, sitting behind Rodgers, comes back and gets the win for the Packers, brings them to the NFC Championship. Sunday, 2 more games, and these games are going to be great as well. I think Saturday has 2 of the best games, but Sunday matches the energy. Tampa travels to Detroit. Detroit just beat the Rams. Jared Goff beats Matthew Stafford. The Lions don't let Stafford come into their house and beat them. And now the Bucs, who are coming off a win over the Eagles, and they completely dismantled that Eagles team. The Eagles team, I've made videos on this. You can go check them out on the TikTok. The Eagles quit on their team. I'm still going to say that. I will say that all offseason until proven otherwise. But the Buccaneers, they didn't impress me as much as it looks like. The Eagles missed 4 tackles on each of their 50-yard touchdowns. Their 52-yard touchdown, the Eagles missed 4 tackles, including Darius Slay just standing in front of the receiver. The 56-yard one, again, missed tackles, 4. The safety was in front of them, 2 guys trailing, and somehow the receiver gets past. And then on their last 50-yard touchdown, James Bradbury misses a tackle on an atrocious fashion. It looked like a high schooler trying to tackle an NFL player. Bradbury, awful tackle. The Bucs, 3 50 or more yard touchdowns, and they were all because of missed tackles. Detroit is not going to miss 4 tackles on every touchdown for the Buccaneers. Now, I think the Buccaneers still score on the Lions, but I'm taking the Detroit Lions. It's obvious who I'm going with. I've been going with the Lions since week 1, and I'm going to stick with the Lions, setting up a Lion-Packer NFC Championship. Who would not want to see that? Division rivals in the NFC Championship. Packers, with the history they got. Lions, the history they got. The Packers have ran that division for a while. And then they now face the brand new Lions. Oh my God, the storyline now it would be phenomenal. Detroit gets this win. I'm convinced. I think it's going to be a 10-point victory for the Lions. I like the Lions in this game. I think both Saturday games keep it close, but I think the Lions are the first team to get a double-digit win this weekend. I like the way Jared Goff's playing. St. Brown is phenomenal. He's playing out of his mind. Sam Laporta, even with an injury, still scored last week. Phenomenal. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery in the backfield. They are running like crazy. I think that all continues this week against Tampa Bay. Will it be the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense that stops them? I don't think it will be. I'm taking the Lions in this game. Now, our last game, that is a rematch that we've seen year in and year out countless times. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. The past 5 meetings have been in Kansas City, but this one's different. This one's in Buffalo. The Bills finally get a home game. It's a home playoff game. They're shoveling the snow. Fans are coming out. We saw last week that stadium was rocking. They let the Steelers drag along for a little, but in the end they started rolling. Now, Patrick Mahomes, this is his first time on the road in the playoffs. His first time on the road in Buffalo. The only time he played in Buffalo was COVID year, no fans. This is the first time Patrick Mahomes is playing in front of the Bills Mafia. First time he's playing in Buffalo. Josh Allen and those Bills are on fire to end the year, just like the Packers. Packers got it done last week. Bills got it done last week. But it's Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. I bet against him last week. I'd be crazy to bet against him 2 weeks in a row. He's phenomenal in the playoffs. It's just something that comes out of him in the playoffs with what he does. But call me crazy. I'm taking the Bills. 2 weeks in a row I'm going against Mahomes. I was wrong last week. I don't think I'm going to be wrong this week. Last week, Miami in the cold weather, it was tough. But this week, he's going to Buffalo. His first time in front of Bills Mafia. His first time on the road in the playoffs. I think the Bills get a narrow victory, but I do think the Buffalo Bills get the win over the Kansas City Chiefs, and Josh Allen finally ends the stigma that he cannot beat Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking the Bills, I'm taking the Lions, I'm taking the Texans, and I'm taking the Packers, setting up a Bills-Texans AFC Championship and a Packer-Lion NFC Championship. I know I'm going to get called crazy for some of these picks. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know I got a lot last week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I will see you guys next time.